Great. Well, again, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it. I'm Kathleen Bracke. I'm the GoBoulder manager for the City of Boulder in the transportation group. So we've got some highlights to share with you this morning, and Tracy and Molly are here as well. So I'll go through these quickly, and again, if there's questions, we'd be glad to answer those. We can share this information and certainly be more than glad to talk to you more over the phone or via email with your travel. So we'll keep moving through this pretty quickly. Again, as Mayor Applebaum said, there's a lot of aspects and characteristics of Boulder that are unique. And a lot of those things are really what makes Boulder such a great place to be. Whether you're working here, living here, coming here as a visitor. And it's certainly part of the opportunities and challenges that we have in transportation. So one of the things that we want to point out, and my understanding is you're very interested in the workforce-related transportation issues as part of your visit today. We're currently a population of approximately 100,000 in Boulder. We have 55,000 or more in-commuters a day. So it's very much a job center here in Boulder. So again, from a transportation standpoint, that's a lot of opportunity and challenge that's in there in terms of how do we create good options and choices for people traveling into Boulder every day for work. It really comes down to collaboration and partnerships. We work extensively throughout the city organization with our transportation staff team, and we also work very closely with our community partners, with stakeholders in the community, and our regional partners and neighbors as well. So transportation is one of those things that doesn't really know a hard boundary. We all travel for different purposes and different needs and different aspects of our life, and so we really work closely with our partners throughout the community to bring these transportation services forward. I won't go through this whole list, but it gives you just an insight into some of the really important partners that we have. We work very closely with Boulder County. We work closely with RTD, which is the regional transit service provider for the Denver metro area. There's also two organizations I'd like to call out that really help us work with the business community and help us address that issue that we have. And there are two transportation management organizations. 36 Commuting Solutions is one, and also Boulder Transportation Connections. And they're both great resources for us, again, to work together, to work with our public agency partners, and to work with the employers within our community and along the key regional corridors coming in and out of Boulder. The basis for all of our work in transportation is based on our Transportation Master Plan. And again, it goes back to the leadership many decades ago with the original Transportation Master Plan that really set a different course for our community in terms of transportation options and choices, and really helps us look at transportation differently today. So a lot of the things that you see as you travel around Boulder, the facilities for biking, for walking, the exceptional transit, is really a result of those many years of planning, of policy implementation, of investing and leveraging our resources to create that high quality experience. And some of the unique features that come from the Transportation Master Plan are our philosophy for complete streets, a focus on continuous improvement, and really looking at how do we set targets and measure our progress over time to make sure that we're achieving the community goals. Another important aspect of our transportation work is, again, just as we were talking earlier this morning, it's about all of these pieces of the puzzle. It's not just about transportation in and of itself. We work very collaboratively and work in alignment with our Boulder Valley Comprehensive Plan, our long-range land use plans, our climate commitment, our economic vitality goals, but all of the different plans, policies, projects, and services that we do in transportation need to be done in a way that they integrate with these broader community goals and help us achieve everything that we're trying to do. Certainly providing mobility and connectivity for the community, but doing it in a context that reinforces the broader goals as well. Some of the specifics in our Transportation Master Plan are really phenomenal, and many of these are from the original plan. They've been certainly updated and affirmed and refreshed over the years with the different updates. But for example, one of the key measures is to hold the traffic in Boulder to the 1994 levels. Can you think about how much the community has changed and our region has changed around us in that length of time? That's a very ambitious goal. And it's great that that was put in place back in the 1989, and we've been able to hold that course. Another very important measure for us is reducing what we would call single occupant vehicle trips down to 25% of all trips by Boulder residents by 2025. Again, a very ambitious goal, but a very important goal, and that helps guide our work on a daily basis today and tomorrow and into the future as well. And certainly we've been talking this morning about the climate goals and these community goals to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So a lot of our transportation policies and projects and services are designed around those goals as well. And another very unique aspect of Boulder is that the pedestrian is the primary travel mode. And with the belief that if we can create a high-quality, safe environment for pedestrians, we can create a high-quality and safe environment for bicyclists, for transit riders, for automobile drivers as well. So it's about having a high-quality system that's safe and works for all modes of transportation together. It's not about making one better at the expense of the other, but how do we make all modes of transportation work well and safely and effectively together? And how do we look at leveraging our opportunities? We talk a lot about complete streets in Boulder, and that's very much an important policy in our transportation master plan. What I would add to that, though, is that it's more than a policy. It's really a philosophy. It's how we do our work on a daily basis. It's how we form our project teams. It's how we work with the community. And we look at each and every program and service and project from that mindset of a complete street and a complete corridor. And it's not just about the hard design or the engineering of the corridor, but what is the placemaking that we're developing and factoring in urban design and again the land use and all of the pieces that need to go in to making a great community for our residents and in commuters and visitors as well. The Complete Streets philosophy also carries over into our programs and services and maintenance. So I know some of you walked over today from the hotel. Hopefully you found the Boulder Creek path well maintained and cleared of snow today. That's very much a part of that philosophy, that not only are the streets cleared for automobile travel and transit travel and bicycle travel, but they're also cleared for walking and access to school and transit. So it's very much a part of that universal philosophy. As we mentioned earlier this morning as well, Boulder is very fortunate to be a platinum level bicycle friendly community by the league. That's not by accident. That's a lot of years of a lot of hard work and a lot of investment through the city leadership and through the community that's really helped to get Boulder in that great place. And I think it's a great recognition, again, not only of the infrastructure, but the programs and services and the culture that goes with that to help make biking and walking a very fundamental part of the transportation system, as we like to say, for all ages and stages of our life, and all different types of cyclists, for example. You know, we're not all the types that are going to show up at work in our spandex and, you know, all of that sort of thing. So how do we develop a biking system that works for people, you know, that whole spectrum of cyclists? So I do think that's very important. The quality of the system and the quality of the programs, it goes to the quality of life piece that we were, Mayor Acropom was talking about earlier about, and all of these ingredients are what helps bring that high quality workforce to the Boulder community. And this is, whether it's the Safe Routes to School program or all of the other features, it's really about creating a quality of life that attracts business from around the world and attracts the top employees from around the world. Another aspect of Boulder's transportation system that is really phenomenal is the community transit network. You'll see the transit buses here in Boulder during your visit. If you're headed down to the university, you might want to try the Skip here on Broadway. It's great service, and it was designed and developed by the community. So it's very different than some of the typical or traditional transit service you may see in other communities or even other communities around the Denver metro region that are operated by RTD. So it's about quality, it's about ease of use, it's about making it friendly and fun, and again, part of that Boulder brand and quality of life for people of all ages. The routes that are highlighted here, the hop, the skip, the jump, they're some of the highest performing transit routes in all of our TD system. And it really is a testament to the community's level of investment in transit, which is far and above many other communities in our region.